In today's video, I'm going to share with you some things that I wish that I had known before I started my photography business so that you don't have to learn them the hard way. Starting a photography business sounds like a dream because essentially what you're doing is you're turning a passion into a career where you get to do something that you love and you get to do it every single day. But unfortunately, there's a gap between taking great photos and actually building a business around it, and no one really talks about that part. There's going to be some things that you're going to run into that can catch you off guard, slow you down, or even make you question whether you're doing the right thing or not starting a photography business. So in this video, I want to give you a heads up. Not to scare you off, but to help you get started in a stronger way than I did. Maybe you can avoid the mistakes that I made and feel more prepared for what's really ahead. And I've got 6 things that I want to share with you. Now, the last one might surprise you a little, and I feel it's the most important one, which is why I left it till the end. So make sure you stick around for that one. Okay, so the first one is that you don't need the best gear. You only need the right gear. And I'll tell you something that's really funny. When I first got started in photography, I spent way too much time going over gear reviews and going to Amazon and B&H Photo looking at stuff. I honestly thought that the only thing between me and success was a $2,000 lens or a new camera body or something like that. And so I ended up buying all that stuff. And guess where most of that ended up? Mostly collecting dust in a cupboard. What I ended up using was one lens and one camera, 99% of the time. Specifically, it was the 5D Mark II and the 24-70 lens. And I bought those secondhand, and I found that for 99% of the work that I did, that was the kit that I used. And what I ended up learning is that what matters isn't having the best camera or the best lens. It's knowing what problem you're trying to solve. If you need better low light performance from your camera, then you can get that camera, or you need faster autofocus from your lens, then go get that lens. But if you don't need it, just use what you have and just get your business going. Please understand that gear is not going to make you a better photographer. Knowing how to use what you've already got, that's going to make you a better photographer. Okay, so the second thing is that if you want to get paid with photography, you need to understand that photography is 90% business. I didn't become a business owner on purpose. I just wanted to take good photos. But the truth is that being a good photographer is just not enough. You're going to have to know how to prepare a quote. You're going to have to know how to market. You're going to have to know how to price your work. You're going to have to pick up the phone and all those things people don't like to do, but that is part of the business. So I remember when I first got started, one of the things that I struggled with was charging the right amount. And I definitely undercharged. I worked for exposure, and I did that more times really than I'd like to admit. The thing about exposure is that it doesn't pay the rent. In fact, I would recommend you against doing any jobs for exposure because you're really not going to get much in return. And once I started treating photography like a business, then everything changed. The clients respected me more, I respected myself more. And so if you want to get paid, make sure that you master your craft, but also master the business side as well. Part 3 is that clients don't care about your gear. Seriously, they just care about how you make them feel. So here's a little secret, okay? Clients don't geek out about cameras. They don't care what lens you used or that you shot at f1.4 or a creamy bokeh. They just don't care about that stuff. What do they care about? They care about feeling good in front of the camera. All they care about is looking at the photo you just took and them thinking, wow, that's me, I look amazing. That is all they care about. They'll remember how you made them feel during the session, that you made them feel confident, and how you gave them directions when they felt awkward, and how you calmed their nerves before the shoot. So just remember that they don't care about what gear you're using. All they care about is the connection that you're building with them. And that's what's going to get you hired again and turn these clients into repeat customers. Okay, so the 4th thing is this. Burnout is real, especially when you turn your passion into a job, but nobody warns you about this. The reason you start a photography business is because you love photography. You pick up your camera and hours just disappear. But once it becomes a job, you've got deadlines, you've got revisions, you've got invoices, that magic can actually fade away. So this has happened to me several times, and it can get to the point where even just picking up your camera can feel like a chore. And the thing that saved me was personal projects. So this is creative time with no clients, no expectation, just curiosity and experimentation. Your passion needs fuel. And if all you do is create for others, then you are going to burn out. So make sure that you take breaks, make art for yourself, and protect the reason why you started your photography business. Okay, so the 5th thing is that photography is 50% technical and 50% psychological. And we've already spoken about this a little bit, but settings and lighting, all of that stuff, it matters. But you know what matters more? Making someone relax in front of a lens. That's actually a lot more difficult to do. I have worked with CEOs who were terrified of the camera. I have worked with people that just clam up the moment that I lift the camera up to my eye. And that's something that you're going to have to learn to deal with. You're going to have to learn how to read a room, how to mirror energy in order to build trust, tell some jokes, pause when you need to, have a little break. That's the real work when it comes to dealing with people. And something that I've noticed is that people will generally give you back about 60 to 70% of whatever energy you bring to the session. So you're going to have to crank it up. And at the end of the session, you are going to be tired, but this is what you need to do if you want to get the best out of people. If the subject feels safe and you're just having a conversation with them and building a rapport with them, then the camera almost becomes invisible. And that's when you really get the best out of people. Okay, so we've got item number 6, which I think is the most important one out of all. And that is that imposter syndrome never really goes away. There are days where I scroll through other photographers' work and I ask myself, why am I even trying? That little voice, the one that says you're not good enough, it never really leaves you. And that doesn't matter whether you're just starting out or you're 15 or 20 years into this. But here's the truth. Everyone is winging it a little bit. The difference is that some of us keep going anyway. You don't have to feel 100% confident to act confident. So just keep learning, keep shooting, and remember that what feels obvious to you might be magical to someone else. Anyway, those are the 6 things that I wanted to share with you that would have made a difference to me when I first got started, and I thought that maybe sharing that with you might be helpful to you. And if it was helpful or you enjoyed the video and you would like to support me, you can do so by clicking the like button. It really makes a huge difference to me and to the channel, so if you did that, I appreciate that. And if you do want to see more content like this, you can click the subscribe button and the notification bell. And that way YouTube will let you know when I upload a new video. And if you have any questions about anything that I covered here today, you can leave them in the comment section below of this video, or you can reach me on any of the usual social media platforms, and you're going to find all the links in the description of this video. But that is everything that I've got for you this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.